Hi guys, Christina here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I wanted to share with you some of the art supplies that I've been buying lately. I didn't buy all of these things on one trip. I've been buying them over the course of a few months, but I just thought it would be fun to share with you some of the things that I've been working with and share my opinions because I've been using most of the things for a little while. I'm gonna start off with some marker related stuff. The first thing that I did um, was I bought some refills for my Copic markers, and I managed to get almost everything that I needed, but the website didn't have some of the colors that I was in need of, so I'll have to order them additionally at some point. But I haven't been that much into markers lately, so I don't really mind. But these are all the colors that I use a lot, and these colors over here plus this one I use for skin colors a lot, so it's nice to have them back and to know I can go back to marker drawing when I feel like it. Again, on the marker team, I got a set of Winsor&Newton Pro markers. It's a skin tone set. I thought that this was going to be the brush markers when I was ordering, but I must have misread something because it's just the bullet nib. But honestly, I don't mind. It would have been nice to be able to see what the brush nib is like on these markers. But these are the skin colors that I use a lot. And I used to have a very old set of these markers, and I ran out of some of the colors, so it was nice to replace them. These are more for like natural looking skin, and the colors that I showed you the refills for are some of the unnatural tones that I like to add to skin for shading. So I add a lot of greens and blues and bright pinks and yellows. Another thing that I got was a set of brushes, and I'm really sorry that I don't have the packaging anymore. I tried to film this video a few weeks ago and it was a massive fail. I had problems with the footage, so unfortunately I got rid of a lot of the packaging that I was going to show you. Same with the markers, because I thought I already had it on camera. But I got this 25-piece set of brushes from kind of like a stationery store here in the UK called The Works. The whole set cost £6, which is a great price, and the brushes are really good quality. I've used them with watercolor, with ink and with acrylic paint, and they've been great. I haven't had any problems with shading whatsoever. I've only had problem with one of the brushes, and it was my fault completely. I left it in a glass of water for a long time and it started peeling. But for the price I paid, they're great. I never buy expensive brushes. I've had really expensive brushes in the past, and I've noticed that sooner or later I kind of forget about how much money they cost, and I stop cleaning them and taking care of them properly, and they end up being absolutely unusable. So that's why I buy cheap brushes, and I thought this was a great deal. The name of the brand that made these brushes is Royal and Landnickel. I can never pronounce that, but it's a pretty popular brand, so if you're interested in that set, I'm sure maybe you'll be able to find it online, and hopefully you'll be able to find it in your local Works store if you happen to live near one. Another thing that I got was this white Posca pen. The size is 0.7 millimeters. Let me know if they have different sizes. I feel like they have a bigger one, but if they have something smaller, that would be great. Initially, I absolutely hated this pen. I feel like the specific one that I got was a bit dry at first. I did all the things you're supposed to do with them. I did the shaking. You're supposed to press the nib down against paper, and it was just not working for the first few days, and then it started working, and I've used it in every single piece since I got it. So it's definitely something that I would recommend and something that I would repurchase. I would only wish for there to be a smaller nib size for finer details, but if it doesn't exist, I'm fine with this one. Another pen related thing is a set of black Copic multi-liners, and I have the set A, and the sizes it come with are 0.03, 0.05, 0.1 and 0.3. And I've been meaning to get a set of Copic multi-liners for a very long time. I used to have only one of them that came with one of those little sets of markers where you get like 5 markers and a multi-liner, and I run out of that specific multi-liner. I think it was a 0.3. So it's nice to have some variety, so I can make my line work look a bit better. And yeah, I mean, they're a great product. One of the best one of the best fine liners that I've ever used. So again, something that I would recommend if you haven't used them. Now, the next item is a bit of a surprise. I don't usually keep it in the packaging, but I decided to put it back in the box just because this is one of the few boxes that I've kept, and I didn't manage to find all the pencils to put them back in. But anyway, it's a set of erasable Staedtler color pencils, and what happened was a friend of mine wanted to buy the color erase pencils for me for an occasion, and they were not going to arrive on time. So he did his research, and he has nothing to do with art. He doesn't really know anything about art, but he did his research and he found this set of erasable pencils. I've never used the Prismacolor erasable pencils, so I can't really compare, but from what I've heard, the the Prismacolor pencils, the lead might be a bit harder because they're more so designed for sketching, whereas this is more of a coloring pencil, but they still do a great job. I use them, I enjoy them, they erase nicely. They're a very nice variety of colors, and I thought it was really sweet of him to get me this set because it comes with so many different colors, and a lot of these colors you can get in the why do I keep calling them pro markers? A lot of these colors you can get in the Prismacolor erasable variety, so it would be nice to kind of figure out what are the colors that I enjoy sketching in, and maybe just buy individual color erase pencils as I go. But really thoughtful present, and I really enjoy it a lot, and I use these guys almost every day, and they're scattered all over my art area and every room of my house because I use them that much and I take them with me everywhere. But a great purchase, look into it, and a great price as well because I've seen them on Amazon, and they seem like a good deal. Another thing that I got, and if you follow me on Instagram you've seen already, but I got these canvases from Hobbycraft a little while back. I got another one that was like a triangular shape, and I already painted it, and you've seen that video maybe. But I got a round one, and I got another canvas that was a hexagon. As I said, I got them from Hobbycraft. They're really fun to work with. It's nice to have a different shape that you've never worked with before because it challenges you to come up with a cool concept that's going to work with that shape. And I don't know if they still have them in Hobbycraft. I got them, I feel like maybe a month ago. But they are great, and you will see them in upcoming videos. I've been busy doing other things. So, yeah. Another Hobbycraft purchase is this Daleroni watercolor paper pad thing. It's my first pad of hot press watercolor paper. I really enjoy it. I never thought I would enjoy hot press paper so much, but I actually absolutely love it. I feel like I've created some of my best watercolor work using this pad. And yeah, let me know if there are other brands of hot press watercolor paper that you really enjoy, that are not super expensive. I know the really expensive brands, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm not like willing to spend £30 on watercolor paper quite yet. But I feel like this is a really great quality paper if you want to experiment with hot press watercolor. Another really silly thing from Hobbycraft was, you might have seen them, these really long sets of, I think, like 50 pens in different colors. My mum was here visiting. She got one set for a present for a child back home, but when she started packing she realized she won't be able to fit the set in her suitcase. Like the whole thing won't arrive in like one piece, so she left the set with me as a present. So I have all these fun colors. I don't want to really take them out of this box. I have all these fun colors to work with and add little embellishments to my artwork, and yeah, just a silly little something to have in my art room. I really enjoy them and they're surprisingly good quality, and maybe they'll be suitable for a second attempt at a ball pen challenge. I did one ages ago, but maybe I should try it again. Another thing that my mum got for me was this scrapbooking paper, this pad of scrapbooking paper. We found it randomly in some sort of like home goods store. I already told you the story in my nightmares video. I'll link that if you haven't seen it. And yeah, it's just a bunch of really fun paper that I like to use for backgrounds. And I really enjoy this pad and I find it very inspiring. Yeah, this is the one that I use for background for the nightmare piece. And yeah, I mean, I love it. I'm trying to not post too many videos back to back using scrapbooking paper because the way you work with it, it's kind of like the same every time. But it's one of my favorite techniques, and you will see more of this pad in future videos, I hope. And the last two things that I got and that I want to share with you are these two books for digital painting. This is the first one that I ordered and it's very nice. Both of them are definitely not for people who don't know how to use Photoshop. There is a horrible glare. But both of them are definitely not for people who don't know how to use Photoshop. I'll link both of them in the description of this video. I got them from Amazon. They were both decent price and they are great. Some amazing art in them. I don't really want to do like a flip through or whatever because it's not like, you know, my work to share with you. But you can kind of go through the pages of them on Amazon. And they've been a very interesting read, both of them. I've read this one already and I'm following some of the tutorials that they've got. They have a few of them and I've read bits and pieces of this one. I haven't had a chance to read the whole thing, but the art, just the art in the book is absolutely gorgeous and stunning, and even if you just want to look at pretty things, both books are really nice. And I pushed my camera like 10 times while I was trying to show you these books. Sorry guys. But anyway, that's it. That's all the things that I've got. I hope you like the products that I shared with you. Let me know if you've tried any of them. Let me know what art supplies you've been buying recently. And like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you next Friday, guys. Bye bye.